guys, when I fought when I fought for the gold medal, I fought against Cubans, the Russians. A lot of those guys, been in there for.
Tony Tucker was one of the most skilled heavyweights of the 80s who possessed lightning-fast hands and brilliant boxing ability. His technical prowess and Olympic pedigree made him IBF heavyweight champion before facing Mike Tyson in their unification bout.
Right hand by Tyson backed Tucker up. And what Mike has to do is move to his left to cut it.
But what made Tucker's boxing opinions absolutely fascinating was his unique perspective as someone who fought during the golden era of heavyweights. Sources claim Tony studied fighters obsessively, analyzing techniques with the trained eye of someone who understood the sport's finer points completely. Unlike other heavyweights who only respected devastating punchers, Tucker appreciated technical brilliance and boxing intelligence above raw power alone. Allegedly, he kept detailed mental notes on legendary fighters throughout history, focusing on skills that separated good boxers from true champions. His list reveals surprising choices that expose his sophisticated understanding of the sweet science. Today, we're counting down Tony Tucker's 10 favorite fighters, and his selections will change how you view heavyweight boxing history forever. 10. Ken Norton. Ken Norton's awkward style and physical strength made him one of Tony Tucker's favorite heavyweights to study from the legendary 70s era. Norton's cross-arm defense created angles that confused opponents and neutralized their offensive attacks consistently. Sources claim Tucker admired Ken's ability to break Muhammad Ali's jaw and defeat the greatest through sheer physical dominance. The way Norton used his muscular frame to impose his will showed that unconventional techniques could defeat even the most skilled boxers. Reportedly, Tucker studied Norton's defensive positioning extensively, learning how unorthodox guards could frustrate conventional punchers effectively. Ken's victories over top contenders proved that awkward styles created serious problems for elite fighters. Allegedly, Tucker told associates that Norton was the most physically imposing heavyweight he'd ever analyzed on film. Ken proved that fighters didn't need textbook technique to reach championship levels when they maximized their natural physical advantages. His influence on Tucker's own versatile approach was significant and lasting. 9. Jimmy Young. Jimmy Young's slick boxing skills and defensive mastery made him Tony Tucker's favorite pure boxer from the competitive 70s heavyweight division. Young's ability to make power punchers miss while landing counter shots showed technical brilliance that Tucker deeply appreciated. Sources claim Tony watched Young's fights constantly, studying the footwork and positioning that made Jimmy so difficult to hit cleanly. The way Young frustrated George Foreman and Ernie Shavers proved that superior boxing skills could neutralize devastating power. Reportedly, Tucker credited Young as a major influence on his own defensive techniques and counterpunching abilities at heavyweight. Jimmy's victories over elite competition despite lacking knockout power validated Tony's belief that boxing intelligence mattered more than raw strength. Allegedly, Tucker told confidants that Young possessed the best pure boxing skills in heavyweight history when judging defensive ability. Jimmy proved that fighters could dominate through superior technique and ring generalship without needing devastating knockout power to earn respect consistently. 8. Michael Spinks. Michael Spinks' light heavyweight dominance and heavyweight success made him Tony Tucker's favorite fighter for technical excellence and boxing intelligence. Spinks moved from 175 pounds to heavyweight and defeated Larry Holmes twice through superior skills and strategic brilliance. Sources claim Tucker admired Michael's ability to overcome size disadvantages through perfect technique and ring generalship. The way Spinks maintained his speed and movement at heavyweight showed that smaller fighters could succeed through intelligence. Reportedly, Tucker and Spinks trained together occasionally, with Michael sharing insights about maximizing speed advantages against bigger opponents. Spinks' success gave Tony confidence that technical boxers could dominate heavyweights who relied primarily on size and power. Allegedly, Tucker told associates that Spinks was the most skilled light heavyweight ever and proved smaller men could beat heavyweights. Michael showed that proper technique and conditioning could overcome significant weight disadvantages when applied intelligently. His influence on Tucker's belief in technical boxing over brawling was massive and undeniable. 7. Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker's defensive genius made him Tony Tucker's favorite pound-for-pound fighter, despite the massive weight difference between them. Sweet Pea's ability to make elite fighters miss by fractions of inches showed mastery that amazed even heavyweight champions. Sources claim Tucker studied Whitaker's movements obsessively and trying to understand the subtle angles and footwork that created impossible defensive puzzles. The way Pernell controlled distance without getting hit represented boxing perfection in Tony's analytical mind. Reportedly, Tucker attempted incorporating aspects of Whitaker's defensive style into his own heavyweight approach, with mixed results. Sweet Pea's southpaw stance combined with unorthodox positioning gave Tony ideas about creating angles that opponents couldn't anticipate. Allegedly, Tucker told trainers that studying Whitaker improved his own defensive awareness and ring intelligence significantly. Pernell proved that supreme defensive skills could dominate fights without needing devastating knockout power. His influence on Tucker's appreciation for defensive mastery was profound and shaped Tony's entire boxing philosophy completely. 6. Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield's warrior heart and technical skills made him Tony Tucker's most respected contemporary from their competitive heavyweight era. The real deal's ability to move from cruiserweight and dominate heavyweights showed determination that impressed Tucker deeply. Sources claim Tony admired Holyfield's conditioning and work ethic more than any other fighter's dedication to training. The way Evander refused to back down from anyone showed a warrior mentality that Tucker connected with spiritually. Their 1987 draw for the IBF title created mutual respect between technically skilled heavyweights who appreciated each other's abilities. Reportedly, Tucker believed he won that fight clearly, but acknowledged Holyfield's heart and competitive spirit throughout 15 rounds. Tony told associates that fighting Evander was like facing himself in the mirror because their styles were similarly technical. Holyfield proved that smaller heavyweights could dominate through superior conditioning and boxing intelligence. Their rivalry represented the best of 80s heavyweight boxing when skills mattered as much as power. 5. Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes' devastating jab and long championship reign made him Tony Tucker's ultimate heavyweight model for sustained excellence. Holmes defended his title 20 consecutive times through superior boxing skills and ring intelligence. Sources claim Tucker studied Larry's jab mechanics obsessively, analyzing how Holmes generated such power from a seemingly basic punch. The way Larry controlled distance and picked opponents apart systematically showed technical mastery that Tony tried to replicate. Reportedly, Tucker and Holmes developed a friendship built on mutual respect for each other's boxing abilities and professional approaches. Larry's ability to dominate heavyweights for 7 years gave Tony the blueprint for championship longevity through technical brilliance. Allegedly, Tucker told confidants that Holmes possessed the best jab in heavyweight history and was criminally underrated. Larry proved that technical boxers could dominate the heavyweight division without needing to brawl or rely solely on knockout power. His influence on Tucker's jab development and overall boxing philosophy was enormous and undeniable. 4. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali's revolutionary style and heavyweight dominance made him Tony Tucker's favorite fighter for combining size with unprecedented speed. The greatest proved that big men could move like welterweights when they developed proper skills and conditioning. Sources claim Tucker studied Ali's footwork and jab more than any other heavyweight's technique throughout his career. The way Muhammad used height and reach advantages intelligently instead of just brawling gave Tony the blueprint for his own cerebral fighting style. Reportedly, Tucker credited Ali for showing that heavyweight boxing could be beautiful and technical rather than just brutal slugfests. Ali's ability to adapt strategies mid-fight showed ring intelligence that Tony considered essential for true greatness. Allegedly, Tucker told associates that modern heavyweights forgot Ali's lessons about using brains alongside physical gifts to dominate opponents. Muhammad represented the perfect combination of size, skill, speed, and charisma that changed boxing forever and inspired every intelligent heavyweight afterward. 3. Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard's versatility and tactical brilliance made him Tony Tucker's favorite fighter regardless of weight class differences. Leonard's ability to adjust strategies mid-fight and dominate multiple weight divisions showed genius that Tucker tried to study and replicate. Sources claim Tony watched Leonard's fights constantly, analyzing Ray's footwork, combination punching, and ring generalship. The way Leonard combined speed, power, and intelligence showed completeness that Tucker used as his ultimate standard for boxing excellence. Reportedly, Tucker met Leonard at boxing events and absorbed advice about maximizing hand speed and creating angles against opponents. Sugar Ray's success across weight divisions proved that technical brilliance could overcome size disadvantages consistently. Allegedly, Tucker told confidants that Leonard was the most complete fighter in modern boxing history when considering all skills. Ray showed that fighters could be devastating competitors while maintaining technical perfection throughout their careers. His influence on Tucker's appreciation for complete boxing skills was massive and shaped Tony's entire approach. 2. Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker's defensive brilliance deserves a second mention because Tony Tucker considered Sweet Pea the greatest defensive fighter ever. Whitaker's ability to make champions look ordinary through superior footwork and positioning showed mastery that transcended normal boxing abilities. Sources claim Tucker believed studying Whitaker was more valuable than watching any heavyweight because Pernell's defensive principles applied universally. The way Sweet Pea frustrated the best fighters of his generation without taking damage represented the absolute pinnacle of boxing skill. Reportedly, Tucker told trainers that if he could combine his size with Whitaker's defensive abilities, he would have been unbeatable. Pernell's southpaw stance and unorthodox movements created problems that even the smartest trainers couldn't solve effectively. Allegedly, Tucker called Whitaker the most skilled boxer he ever watched in any weight class throughout boxing history. Sweet Pea proved that defensive mastery alone could make someone an all-time great without needing devastating power or aggressive style. 1. Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson topped Tony Tucker's list as the greatest fighter in boxing history across all weight classes and eras. Robinson combined speed, power, defense, and ring intelligence at levels that nobody else reached consistently throughout his incredible career. Sources claim Tucker studied Robinson's old fight films more than any other boxer, analyzing the technical perfection that made Ray untouchable. The way Robinson dominated across weight divisions while maintaining beautiful style showed completeness that Tony used as his ultimate measuring stick. Reportedly, Tucker told confidants that Robinson was the standard by which all fighters should be judged regardless of their era. Ray's ability to adjust strategies and solve any style puzzle showed genius that separated him from merely great fighters. Allegedly, Tucker tried incorporating Robinson's combination punching and footwork patterns into his own heavyweight style throughout his career. Sugar Ray represented absolute perfection in every aspect of boxing technique and fighting intelligence forever. Tony Tucker's favorite fighters revealed his sophisticated understanding of boxing's technical aspects and appreciation for skill over power. His choices showed deep respect for defensive mastery, ring intelligence, and complete fighting abilities. Drop your thoughts about Tony's list in the comments. Subscribe and like for more incredible boxing history.